Right, this is Security Spotlight. This is straight off of Securitas's website. It was off the USA version of their website, dated June 2015, and it's entitled, I don't know if you can see it there, Tourist or Terrorist? Tourist or Terrorist? This is fucking hilarious. Listen to the opening gambit on this. Right, the milder weather of spring coaxes out of the green stems of sprouts and dreams of travel to blossom. Unfortunately, the weeds of terrorism also sneak out of their underground hiding places and attempt to blend into the crowd of budding spring flowers. Who fucking wrote this? This has got to be common purpose. It really has. It's got to be common purpose. It's just ridiculous. Travel experts are forecasting a sunny season for increased tourism in 2015. At the same time, security experts are forecasting a stormy year of increased terrorist activity. Unlike the lovely spring flowers, terrorists can't live and thrive bright light of day. They prefer to strike from the shadows. So they go around standing in a public place taking pictures because they like to strike from the shadows. Blending in with innocent people has to make the detection of their despicable plans more difficult. The challenge of the security professional and the general public is to spot the weeds as they are sprouting and rip them out by the roots before they can overrun the flower beds. Who the fuck wrote this? Seriously? Fucking... Right, okay, what I'll do is I'll put the link to this in the link in the description to the PDF so you can download it and read it for yourself. It's just hilarious because I'm not going to read it all because it's 2 pages long, but I'll try and pick out some bits. So under the headline photography, tourists love to take photographs and video recordings of the sites they are seeing. Terrorists also use photography and videotaping to identify weak spots in security of their targets. How many times have you heard that from a security fuckknuckle? It's because that's how they're trained. They're trained this way. I don't think their actions are just because it's come off the top of their head. It's being drummed into them because they're just dumbass order followers, you know, at the end of the day. Then what are they going to do? They're going to follow what they're told, you know. Be alert to anyone taking pictures or videos. This may be a regular occurrence. If the site is a normal tourist attraction such as a museum, stadium, government building, monument, etc. Try to be alert to the subject matter of the photo or video. Well, how are you going to know what I'm taking pictures of? How are you going to know what the subject matter is? You're not. I might not even have the camera on. It just might be in my hand, you know? What are you going to do? A tourist will most likely focus on artwork, statues, plaques, display cases and artistic architectural features of a building. A terrorist might be more likely to take in images of entrances, exits, security personnel, alarms. Right, okay, so entrances and exits. So if there's a really nice piece of artwork around an entrance, or you know the way the entrance is made, you know, the brickwork or whatever it is, then that's an entrance. So even if it's a tourist, they could be taking pictures of an entrance or an exit. You know, if it's a highly decorative entrance or exit, like an old court building or something like that. That makes no fucking sense. Well, I know it makes any sense. That's why I'm bringing it to the extent it doesn't make any sense. Entrance and exits is security personnel, alarm systems, security camera locations. Be aware of where the camera is being pointed and ask yourself, would I want a picture of that in my snapshot album? If your answer is no, you may be observing a terrorist gathering intelligence instead of fond memories. Oh dear. If the site is not a tourist site, you should be even more suspicious. If you see someone taking pictures and videos, it is possible the person has a totally innocent reason for wanting the images, but there could be someone with a more sinister reason. Right. So there are actions you can take which may deter the videographer without provoking a confrontation. Approach the person calmly and watch. Let them see you approach, but don't get close to the person. Maintain a non-threatening distance and attitude. Yeah, right, okay. The act of your approaching and observing will let them know the person they're aware of them without you having to say a word, and it may serve as a deterrent. Take notes about the incident, allow the person to see you're right and taking notes. The fact that you're observing them taking notes may serve to deter them. Okay. If you're a security officer, address the person only if instructed to do so by your post orders, which I'm assuming is the governor. Tell them politely that the client prefers that people do not take pictures or video of their facility. Do not ask them to stop videotaping or photographing. Do not ask them to surrender or delete their photos or videos. Do not be confrontational in any way, simply inform them the client's wishes. Do not allow them to draw you into conversation or to question you. If someone comes up to me and starts asking me what I'm doing, how is that not drawing me into a conversation with them? If the person is on a client's property, the security officer will politely ask the person to leave the premises. Suspicious behaviour under that banner. A lack of eye contact. Most innocent people will make eye contact. Sweating, especially when it's not hot. Excessive hand movements, which you're probably not going to be doing if you're holding a camera. Biting fingernails or other nervous tics. A dry mouth. How will you know if I have a dry mouth or not? A blank facial expression. Touching hilarious. Anyway, enough of that. It's just going to make me laugh. There was something in here about. Hang on a second. This one's a great one. Questions. Tourists are naturally curious, that's why they're tourists. They want to know many things about the places they visit. Tourists are also curious, but their curiosity is almost focused on security-related questions. Be aware of the types of questions people may ask. Many terrorists will attempt to engage you in and reveal important information about security measures. Watch my first ever audit. Once his guard was down, the security guard told me about everything that was in the place. Do you know what I mean? It's just I didn't even have to ask him. You reveal information about security measures. Any security-related question should be a red flag to you. The person asking may not be an innocent tourist. Watch out for questions like, "Do you ever have to work late?" Who's going to go to security guard and ask him that? What time do you start work? As if he's going to answer that. What time is it busiest around here? How many guards are at this place? This is hilarious. My grandmother would love to see this place. How close to the building can I park? Fucking hell, you couldn't make it up. You really couldn't make it up. Well, there was one bit as well, hang on a sec. Here's another one. Right, so there are many places where photography and video recordings are permitted, but there are some sites where it is forbidden. Really? Where? I forget to mention that. If you are at one of these sites, which we haven't told you which one it is, where it is forbidden and you are seeing a person taking pictures or videos, you must handle the situation with caution. The public's rights must be respected. Lately, there have been reports of persons deliberately photographing facilities in a suspicious manner with the intent to provoke a confrontation. Do not fall for this tactic. There are actions you can take which may deter a videographer without provoking a confrontation. Yeah, fat chance of that. That's all they want to do is fucking confront people. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, I'll leave a link to this PDF in there. It's actually from the American site, and I couldn't find a similar thing on the UK Securitas' UK website. Although I did find there was a new director or something like that. She had been appointed Securitas in the UK, and it was on their newsletter. I can't remember her name. I think her name was Karen something or other. I'll try and put a link to that in the description as well. And it listed her hobbies as sort of gave a brief overview of her CV, if you like, and then it said her hobbies included sports, horse riding, and photography. So one of the directors at Securitas likes photography. Oh, well, obviously not that much, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll leave the link for the PDF in the description. You can print a copy off and laugh yourself to sleep at night. Oh, just a quick footnote to this video. What I wanted to say that it just dawned on me overnight, and I haven't put up the video yet, so I just thought I'd add this on to the end of the video. In this tourist versus terrorist, bullshit bit of paperwork from Securitas, can you see how they only do give people two options? And if you're a dumb ass order follower, all you've got is these two options. They're either a tourist or a terrorist. You see how they don't mention amateur photography in that video, of which there's probably in excess of God knows how many, 250,000 amateur photographers in this country, and we're talking about the UK. There's also over 50,000 registered professional photographers in the UK as well, and there's no mention of them either. So it's kind of a bit like when H.W. Bush put out either you're with the terrorists or you're with us. So there's no middle ground with anything. It's either this or this, left or right, or as in this case, they're either tourist or terrorist. So no mention of amateur photographers, videographers, citizen journalists, none of that's in there. So it's tourist or terrorist. Take your pick. It's no wonder these order followers, which they just hire the dumbest people, and trust me, I know people who work in the security industry, and they have said to me, if you can't pass an SIA license test, you might as well not be alive, was their comment. That was a security guard's comment to me. Okay.